Hey there, Wargamers, and welcome back to another Wargames Delivered video. In this video, we'll be showing you guys how to paint the 6-pounder British anti-tank gun, going for the desert theme for the British 8th Army. We're going to be starting out with Pallid Bone here from the Speedpaint 2.0 line, going over the entire anti-tank gun and the uniforms for our soldiers as well. To get a nice uniform color here, you'll want to keep the average amount of paint on your brush similar when applying to new areas, meaning if you start to notice it's getting a little bit lighter, just go ahead and add a little bit more paint to your brush. Just like washes, your speed paints will pool in some of the recessed areas, so just be sure to be aware of that and make sure to move around any excess paint that you don't want. We're also going to use Pallid Bone here to paint the ammo crates, the rounds themselves, and the helmets on the soldiers as well. For the base coat, I did a matte white over a matte black. So if you make any mistakes, just be sure to go back with the matte white and cover up before you move on to the next speed paint. If you guys would like to try out any of these paints for yourself, be sure to visit us at wargamesdelivered.com or head over to our Amazon store and check us out over there. And to keep things simpler and move the process along a little bit quicker, I am using the same color on all miniatures before moving on to the next color. This is kind of a batch painting process that's pretty common in the hobby, just makes everything go along a little bit quicker, especially with speed painting. Now with the speed paints, you will want to give them a little bit more time to dry than normal acrylic paints, but not as much time as a wash, for instance. I typically go about 5 to 10 minutes with my speed paints. Moving on, we're going to use the Grim Black speed paint over the tires of our anti-tank gun and also on the boots of the soldiers. And if you're following this video along as a tutorial, make sure that the Pallid Bone speed paint is 100% dry before moving on to this step, as you will be kind of handling the anti-tank gun a little bit during the next couple of steps. And once the Grim Black is dry, we're going to move over to our skin tone on our soldiers here, moving on to Peachy Flesh over all of the exposed skin parts. Make sure to get all of the exposed knees. There's one guy with his shirt off and 2 guys with their faces and hands exposed. So you want to make sure that you cover all of those areas. And at this point, you'll want to either switch to a smaller brush or just be very mindful of the amount of control you'll need around the areas that you've already painted. And we will be covering the dog tags and the necklace of this soldier later on, so don't worry about being too messy in this stage right now. For any newcomers to the channel, we have giveaways attached to all of our videos. Be sure to check out the comments below to visit our Discord and head to the giveaway. Moving on, we're going to use Ghillie Dew for all of the accent colors on the miniature here, like the canteen, the belt, and the cross straps on his uniform here. And we'll also be using this on the socks of all of the soldiers as well. And as you can see, I have switched to a smaller brush for this step just to give myself a little bit more control. We've already painted with the Pallid Bone, which is a very light color, so I don't really want to mess that up too much and give myself a lot more control than I had with the previous brush. And quickly off camera, I painted the necklace of the soldier with the dog tags here matte black. And now we're going to switch over to plate mail metal for the actual dog tags themselves. And the final step here, which is to dry brush some plate mail metal all over the anti-tank gun itself. And after a quick base, your 6-pounder anti-tank gun is ready for the battlefield with the crew in tow. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to check out the comments again for the giveaway. Head to our Discord to enter, and we will see you guys in the next video. Bye.